Hey y'all, hey, you are watching and listening to Lex.Btw.TheLines, and I am your host, Lex. For the most part, I try my best to stay in between the lines, but today I already know that someone will be crossed. So this is your trigger warning that there will be cussing. And if you go and scoop up Hooked on Onyx by this author right here, you will know why. But first, I want to let y'all know that I don't know this lady, so I don't know how she gonna take this, whether she come out of the bag or what Shirley had said to Barbara. So I'm still gonna. Okay, Miss Adrian, you can let us know who you are, what you do, what you have written.
Okay, sure. I'm author Adrian Thomas, and I've written and published, I think, like a total of 13 books, but I only re-released 4 of them. The rest of them you may not see unless you see them on Wattpad. And I'm national best-selling author of 2 titles, Money is the Motive and Real Sisters. And I'm just getting back into writing again. I took like a 9-year break. I like to say break to make it sound better. I procrastinated for 9 years, but I took like a break and back writing again. I only write like erotica, urban fiction, and I cuss a lot. So you're gonna see a lot of books. So yeah, if you like those type of books, those are the books that I write. So yeah, that's pretty much
You you gonna fit right on in then. So hooked on, and I'm nosy as hell. What you took a break for, Miss Adrian?
it.
Was it from the writing? Cause did it get tiresome? Okay.
Procrastination. That was it.
I'm
And
so
just
nosy.
you're
Procrastination.
fine. Procrastination, and I did get discouraged because I was writing under a publisher initially, and it's different. It's totally different because when you're self-publishing, you're pushing yourself. So I was used to being like under like the wing of someone, like under the umbrella. I didn't know how to, function by myself, like as an indie author. So that was like discouraging. So
Oh, hold on, because that's a whole nother. So you were under a publisher who kind of telling you a certain way from how you wanted to write it.
pretty much, yeah. So I wanted to. I'm a Gemini. I don't like it. It was nothing wrong with the publisher was great,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm a Gemini, so I like to do things my way. And I wanted to venture off on my own. And when I ventured off on my own, I didn't have any guidance. I didn't know what direction to go in, and it discouraged me. So that's why I stopped. Another reason.
Got you. So when you started back, did you find like a group or a mentor? How did you get back into it? How did you ease back into it?
I found a mentor, but first I just got back into it. I had the mentality from which that was something that I started on the incorrect note. I had the mentality of the 2016 or 2018, I'm sorry. 2018 when the last time I was writing, I'm like, no, it has changed, like the game has changed a lot. The publishing industry, everything is different. So I had to pick up from there like an old lady. Like, okay, everything is different. You gotta learn like the new ways and new readers. You have a whole new batch of readers. So I had to pick up on my own from here.
Oh, we ain't gonna talk about this new batch of readers.
I come from the old school, like where we didn't have triggers, and I come from that wave.
I was talking to a book bestie the other day about that. Like when first started reading and stuff, like you didn't know besides the synopsis, like what was going to be going on in the book. There were no triggers to tell you something that could trigger your mental or so. I didn't grow up. I didn't come up reading all of that either. And then now it's like if you don't have them, it's this big thing. That's like a courtesy. That's a courtesy.
Absolutely. And this is urban fiction. We have to be realistic, people. Urban fiction. But yeah, it's different. Like you're learning, like you have to learn like the new ways. But I did find like mentors and stuff.
This was just released not too long ago. Is this one of your re-releases or something completely new?
Completely new. So this is completely new.
So you just came up with these characters. So King was just born.
King was
Okay.
just born 2 months ago.
So I'm ahead and say that if you have not, this is another spoiler in between, that if you have not read the book, I need you to pause this. I need you to save it and then come back because there may be some spoilers because I got some questions for this lady. Like, ma'am, first of all, where did these characters come from? How did you come up with these characters and their mentality? Because King, who birthed him? King.
King was just like a free, just like a random. I don't know how to explain how I come up with my characters. He was just like random. Like he was a
He
random
was
character.
he was random.
Yeah, just I don't how do people like is there a certain way people like he was random. Like I was up like at 3 in the morning. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do to King. This is how King is gonna be. That's how I created him.
You wrote this. This man went from being a silent, mysterious type to being obsessed to this man thought it was okay to get with they wasn't sisters, but he thought it was they were, but they weren't. They were stepsisters. But he thought that it was okay to get with them, and he had a little pixie cut helper that he was running in behind. Because when I read that, I said, hold on. I know you is lying to me. So not only do you have a situation, but you went out with two sisters, but you really had your eye on one. So what would have happened if Onyx when it came out?
Um, okay, are you saying like what if the book wasn't released or she wasn't?
No, like when they went out to the when he called what
Oh,
sister, and they went out there and drove
really?
out to that empty parking lot.
More than likely, he would have just what the young folks said. He would have just cracked her, but he would have been disappointed because he wanted Onyx. But if you throughout the story, he King does like he started. That's where he started, like with trying to get close to Onyx. That was the start of that obsession. That was the start.
It was, and that's how it was like how his character we literally saw his character grow. He went from like the silent type to the type to be around the shot. Is it a shot?
Mm-hmm.
Did I say that right? Okay. So he was the silent type to be around the shot and just hang around, not saying anything, to actually being mad and vocal, like you texting good morning texts and stuff. Boy, you wouldn't say two words at first when we came around and stuff. And then you done got with me and my sister and Onyx. What like Jenna say? What that song? Sweetheart. This was your first time. But her mentality too, like man, the street. I don't even. It wasn't even the streets that birthed them. Like it was the people that were around. Like their family influence, like nature versus nurture. Ain't that what it's called?
Right. Yes. Her brothers and her dad, like, well, not brothers, her brother, Nashawn and June, were her influences. So she saw how they were coming and she's like, okay, all men think like that.
So that's why she thought it was okay to be out there in the woods with her sister because a man gonna be a man.
Oh,
And
no, not. She was just young and naive. She just You know what? No, she was following Miss Lulu. I saw somebody say Lulu was gonna lead her to hell if she followed. So
She really was. Like Lulu. And Lulu, you hussy. You see what your mama, you see how your mama out here living. And you, oh child, baby. But let's get back to King. Okay. Mish. You thought it was okay to even before he got to Mish, Miss Adrian, ain't no way you can tell me that you wrote this man at 3. What is his sign? When is his birthday?
you know what? I forgot to mention that he was a Scorpio. King was a Scorpio. They are Scorpios can be dark and mischievous. He was a Scorpio.
Is that an October birthday?
He was October. He was October Scorpio.
Child, I don't say that because my wife was Scorpio. But anyway, King, this I'm trying to breathe through it, and then I'm trying not to tell too much. I'm trying to give them something to look forward to. But it's just so hard to break him down because when he showed up, like how you show concern for her, but you have a whole situation and you thought she didn't see you. And then you mad because she was with somebody else. And you had the nerve to text and tell her that she was foul for that. Boy, you had a whole situation and you got with me and my sister. What are you talking about?
Exactly. See, that's why Onyx, she wasn't naive to a certain extent, but she was like realistic. She's like, okay, let's be for real. Like under this circumstance, and then you were just with, Miss Pixie with the fat. It's like, come on, let's be realistic. So
The fact she wasn't tripping on it at all, it was like she was a dude. She had like a dude mentality, like how these guys be.
I told you that's what her dad and her brother listening to them. That's why she acted the way that she acted.
And then Onyx, we grew and then we regret, like we slid back. But we see why she slid back because Mish took her there. I said when they was at this dinner and she was being sneaky, I said something ain't right. Something in the milk is unclean. Why would you do that? What was it? Was it jealousy? Because I don't. They treated her pretty fairly when they were like when they were coming up and stuff.
Right. You would have never suspected that. But you never know. People have motives. Like Mish was jealous of just like how people perceived. I really didn't go into it, but she was jealous of how people perceived Onyx. And then she had like that weird, like how that friend sees how other people treat you, how you're loved by like other people. And then she saw, how King was attracted to her, and you know what happened with King, the reason he pursued that.
That was the dumbest. I wanted to pop him upside his head because that is the dumbest shit. What do you mean? That makes no sense at all. And then after the first few years, when you seen that they wasn't coming around, sir, King.
He could have left it. Like there was your opportunity.
And then are we just not gonna tell Cortez that we smashed? That we just not gonna tell brother?
He never told his brother.
And, and everybody just we just gonna hang around our brother like that, and he don't know our history. And brother is so messy.
He was the reason that they found out.
The way I said, I love how it balanced out with the comedy because the way you wrote him and Lulu and you put him and Lulu together.
It's too crazy. That was crazy.
Do these characters resemble anybody like in your real life? Like any friend, any traits from any friends or anything?
That's a great question. No, I'm telling you, like I randomly I'm up like on a random Thursday at 3 a.m. like concocting these people. They're random.
Is this the first new? Because what do you mean that these people are random? I'm not understanding.
They are random. They're very random.
Because these people are these like Nashana really acting like my cousins. That's all like. Where are you getting these people? Where are you from, Adrian? First of all,
I'm from Georgia. I'm from Albany, Georgia, the deep South.
it's okay. I was going to say that's still Southern because I'm from South Louisiana, and when I tell you these Negroes acting like my cousins,
You see, it's a lot of Nashas and a lot of Kings, and they exist.
and the dumb shit they be saying, I'm like, boy, what? You trying to tell me about somebody and you got a girl pregnant and you gonna try and tell me how somebody out here doing and he talking about that's how I know. Boy, shut up. Shut up.
That's how most men and boys think. Like I do pick like little pieces from like men like family men like I pick little pieces like from yeah. But other than that, these characters are 100% random. Like how Tyler Perry will sit there and concoct different. I like. I'm the same way. I'm up at 3 in the morning. I'm like, oh wow, this would be funny if I make him like this, and I have a time. Honestly, I have a ball when I'm writing. That's why, like, I can't write like serious. It's serious to a certain extent, but I have fun writing. I do.
Time for you.
You're breaking up.
Uh-oh. Hang on. How about now?
I can
Technology know how to. So I was asking, are you a full-time author?
I am not just yet. Hopefully, I can be one soon because I'm ready to dedicate my time again to writing. I miss it like a lot, so not right now. I'm looking forward to
Do
it.
you
So
do you think you ever get you another publisher?
no,
You think we're gonna stay the indie route?
I'm a Gemini. I like to say that a lot. Yeah, so no.
What's one thing? Because when you were with a publisher, they published. Did they do all your marketing, all of your editing? Did they do everything for you?
Yes, they pretty much they did everything. Did a little marketing here and there, but outside of that, they did everything. That's why, like I said, I didn't really, I didn't know how to operate by my like function by myself, like without that guidance. So yeah, they did everything.
So how is it different? Like how did you find your resources from going from publisher to indie?
I found a lot of good people. A lot of people, put me in the direction of like just different resources that I didn't have before because we gatekeep a lot. Us as like we gatekeep a lot. So I recently met like a lot of women like that were willing to help me, like, and they got me in the right direction. And ever since then, I've been on it because I'm really grateful for it. Grateful for it. I can author Katura. She, I give 100% props to her because she is awesome. She got me.
What do you where do you find these authors at? Is it from groups or like if someone was coming out and they were trying to get help or a little feedback, where did you go looking or did you just kind of stumble upon them?
I just stumbled upon them.
On Facebook, TikTok,
Facebook. On Facebook.
Facebook? Is it an
I feel like
exclusive
Facebook.
art? I'm sorry, go
Um,
ahead.
oh, you're good. Just like I would say Facebook.
Facebook.
Just random. Like, okay, saw her one day. I'm like, okay, this book looks interesting. I read her book, and we read. It wasn't anything that I was looking for. Like, I was just like, I'm like, okay, if I keep promoting myself, hopefully I'll, excel. But I'm like, okay, no, I need some help. But at that time when I came across her, I wasn't thinking about help. I just saw her book. I was like, oh, that looks interesting. And after that, it went from there. But yeah, she was great help. And it was just strictly from Facebook. Nothing deeper than like go over here into this group or that was it.
I was just asking because there are a lot of author writing groups and stuff out now. And I know a lot of people are looking for a community, and maybe some people are going from publisher or to indie. Now, there are indie publishing companies. Do you think maybe you would go that route if the
Um,
chance came up?
possibly I would.
Is this the first book that you have put back out since your 9 year?
No, ma'am. I've actually continued on the other side of the game, which was a book that was originally written and released in 2018. Well, 2017 actually, but I think I released it in 2018. And I did just completed part 2 and part 3 this year. Don't judge me, but I could not leave.
Hold on, because did you just say? Did I hear you right? You said from 2018, and then you went in and picked up from 2018.
I did.
You know
I
what?
was
I'm not going to even say anything because what is it? 2026. There are a few books. This gives me hope because there are a few books that I have read and I've seen that they came out years ago. And when I started talking about them, people have been like, "Oh, I've been waiting on those for like 8 years now." And I'm like, I just read this, and so that means I'm out here looking for the next part. So that is hope that maybe the author will go back and scoop it back up.
I need the same grace that Sister Soldier got. I need that same grace. But yeah,
Easy to pick it back up with that.
actually it was because I was really invested in those characters. So I'm like, all I have to do is go back and read part 1 again and I can just pick back up. And when I tell you it flowed, it was like butter. I'm like, I remember these characters like I had a time with them. Those are like my favorite. I don't like to have favorite characters, but other side of the game characters were my favorite. So it was easy to meet. And I'm like, why are
Look,
you
now I gotta go put that in. Other side of the game. Is it a 3 book? Did I hear you say? Is it a trio?
3 book series? Yes, ma'am.
Are there any specific tropes that you like to stick to? Or are we trope? Because that's like, I'm not gonna say a new thing, but that's what a lot of the readers will pull me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm an old school reader that do be going by the, look at here, enemies to lovers, look, love triangle. I ain't gonna lie.
Look
That's
at
one of
you.
the,
That's something else I'm trying to get into, like the trope thing. I'm like, trope. I just write, and that's it. I'm like, and
now
what?
that I think about it, Hooked on Onyx was like a forbidden brother's best friend. I wouldn't say enemies to lovers because he wasn't really an enemy, but and he wasn't even an op. But he was, and then it was an age gap.
Mm-hmm. Morally gray.
Definitely. So we had some tropes up in there, but that's not your goal when you write to stick to a certain trope. You just write freely.
Just the right. But yeah, you know what? After I write this, when I realize I'm like, oh, okay, that fits into that trope. That fits into that trope. But I never write with like a specific trope in mind. I just like I just write. I be writing. That's it.
Or with the intention to grab someone just by this trope.
Right.
Can we talk about mental health? Because how do you weave in this mental health? And because June, was there a diagnosis?
There honestly wasn't, and in the Black community, there's really not because we don't really emphasize it. We look over it. We just like, okay, they're acting that way. Like, no, there were early signs, like not really big signs, but like in the beginning when she was telling like the story, like how he would explain what happened to her mom and just like where her name came from. And then I don't want to spoil it. There's okay, things that can ignite those mental, breakdowns. Drugs. Can I say drugs?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, things like, drugs, and a lot of people don't come back. I wanted to, shine light on that. Like people that get laced. I'm not sure if a lot of people
We
read over that part, but I don't want to.
I didn't. I
Okay.
didn't. Cause I said, and I was one, and I said, am I getting too deep into this? Because I was like, were there underlying issues? And then this just kind of brought it to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of my questions. Were there underlying issues? And then
Yeah,
over time, we probably would have seen it start probably a little later on, but this kind of boosted and speeded it up.
it did. And that's why, a lot of people that go through things like that, they don't recover from it as quick, or, like they don't recover from it like people that's not experiencing, different mental disorders. So it hit him in a different way. So yeah, it really hit him in a different way.
That was hard. And then I was like, dang, I felt so bad. When I tell you I felt so bad, because it was just like, you know how they say, don't say what next or what can happen next. And it literally was like bam, bam, like thing after thing after thing after, like it just kept on piling. And I was just like, I kind of, and in that moment, I kind of liked that her dad had kind of built her up to how he did. But I was just like, I was just wish that she didn't have to use it or have to put up that shield. And then she went to her family. Don't look like that. Don't even. She found her a home
She
for
she did.
Adrian. Adrian.
Yes, ma'am.
Were they swingers or was she just or I'm like I was so
Anthony,
confused. They
I,
were they
Anthony was a swinger. Melanie was one of those women. Whatever he wants to do for him to stay, we can be whatever you whatever you want to be. Anthony was the swing. Melanie was whatever it takes for you to stay. That's what she was.
I said, I know you was lying to me. I know you lying to me. And then the events and parties and galas and stuff they had outside of the child house. Was anything else going on? Cause this is not y'all first time. This was not y'all first rodeo. What?
It wasn't. Miss Melanie was going to do anything to keep her husband, but yeah, that was up Anthony's alley. That was him. 100%. But there are a lot of Melanies, like where that's not what you really want to do. That's what your husband wants to do. And you're taught, to, be an obedient wife. And
That's a motherfucker that you do not let lead. I'll let your husband lead to hell. He gonna lead you right to hell. Cause what?
and that's what Anthony that's what Anthony was on.
And then Melanie, that ending. I had stayed up all night reading because I had started reading it at work. And then I had to keep it, and I was mad because I had facials and stuff that day. And I was listening during my facials, but my facials were only the ones I had 30 minutes. They were like express facials. So I'm listening while I'm up here doing the people face and stuff. And I know they probably told me stop because I was like, I know you lying to me. So then I had to take it out of my ear because I said, I can't be giving these people this energy. To drive me up the wall. So all night until in the morning, and I must have slid. And it said the end. It started giving your credits. You lying to me. You did not end that book. Why you end it like that?
We had to just show the harsh reality of how situations end like that.
That's your answer. That's your.
I'm sorry I had to do it. But guess what? You didn't think that's how that was going to end. You didn't think that.
I was like, what? What? We was just being how we was just being messy. We literally was just being messy, like your nigga don't want you no more. He with me type of stuff. We was just being messy. And then now we in the waiting room. What is like what? When do we have a guesstimate on book 2?
That's a great question. So, if the characters keep talking to me long enough, I might listen. But if they don't, I don't. We shall see.
What? Wait, ma'am. You mean to tell me you ain't started writing it? What's the word count? First of all, do we have a word count of how many words we got already?
For for what?
For book 2. What do you mean for what?
I do not want to tell you guys that is the end. I want to tell you guys that.
I'm finna flip the table. I'm finna flip the table.
I don't want to tell you guys that. I don't want to say that. But like I said, if the characters keep talking to me, you guys might see a part 2. I don't know. Keep talking. King was devastated, so we might we might see something. We may see.
This lady backed out the. What do you? She said, "I want to say that's the end." What?
I want to say it, but I'm not going to say it. I don't want to. I don't want to do you guys like that. I don't want to do that. So.
And I have read books with a no happy ending, but not to this extent. Not to this extent. I haven't.
I have a problem. All of my books, like I have to be dramatic. So I have this dramatic thing. So
And
If you're
I
looking for,
said, you just said all your books like that?
I'm sorry. Yes. I kind of put myself in the mind of, I'm not sure if you've heard of Lemony Snicket before. I used to read books like that. So I'm like, yeah, this is a series of unfortunate unfortunate events. I'm sorry. It's not funny, but it's funny. Like, yeah. We gotta be dramatic. I like being dramatic. So yeah.
Adrian, you are a new to me author. So you mean to tell me? And I said that this is my first intro to you. This my first time meeting you, lady. This how we doing.
I'm not I don't know how to I'm sorry. I don't know how to give y'all this other, one day I'm gonna give you guys a great ending. One day.
I'm so appalled because you mean to tell me this what I got to look forward to?
Okay, I'm okay. I'm not going to say all of them like end on a bad note. Actually, you know what? Other side of the game, 3 is very hopeful. So I give you that. It's very hopeful.
It's hopeful.
Yes. There's some
There's
tragedies, but it's hopeful.
and you said there's 3 books in it.
Yes, ma'am. And
I was
it'll have you blue like Hooked on Onyx too, but it's gonna take you through there too.
honey, urban fiction. Are all your books urban fiction?
Yes, ma'am.
How did we get to this genre?
I've always been a fan of urban fiction. I think I tried to I used to read other genres when I was younger, but as I got older, urban fiction just became my heart. Like that's all I read. Like, and then I start writing. So yeah, that's and erotica. I may like dabble in erotica here and there, but yeah, just urban fiction and erotica.
When you write, do you write with the intent to put in or fill the gap of things that you read that you felt were missing?
To a certain extent, I do. I write in the way that I like to read. So this is what I like to read. So I write in that way.
Are there any stereotypes that you like to either lean into or stay away from when you're writing urban fiction?
That's a great question. I'm really I'm not against writing anything. I'm like what would you call it? I have no boundaries. To a certain extent, like when it comes to I don't know, like I try to keep it like morally. I try to keep it like morally, like on a moral note. But outside of that, I really have when it comes to writing because I'm not writing from my perspective. I'm writing from these characters I create perspectives. So I don't have any boundaries because these are
Their stories.
their stories.
And we already see that you just let it flow. These That's crazy how these characters just come to you. But I guess when you operating in your gifts, that's what happens.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any events or anything that you are preparing for or you're going to this year?
Yes, I will actually be in Memphis in September, and which I think September the 19th, and next year. Well, no, this year. You said this year. Just Memphis so far.
What's going on in Memphis?
I will be at the event like as one of the authors. I think Kiki Swanson, one of my favorites. She'll be. What do you call it? I'm sorry, Bright Fog. She'll be one of the. She's hosting it. Well, not hosting
She's
it, but
host.
she's.
It's her event.
Oh no, it's not her event. She's one of the authors that'll be there. The
Oh,
highlight
okay.
authors.
Got you. I got you. Do you have anything upcoming, a new book that's getting ready to come out?
Yes, I would say by the end of July. I haven't released the cover for it yet, but I'm still working on it. I know me, I changed my mind like the seasons change. So I will be releasing that probably, or the cover. What is today? Maybe.
Today, the 7th? Is today the 7th? Today is June 7th.
Got it. So maybe like early July or late June, I'll be releasing that cover for my new book. But right now, I'm focused on my girl Onyx. I'm trying to get Onyx out to the people.
Lordy. I can't wait for the people to get a hold of Onyx. I can't wait to see what they say. So if we started, like if anybody is a new to you author, like I am, and they started with Hooked on Onyx, where should we go next if this is where we started with you?
I would say go to the other side of the game. And once you read Other Side of the Game, that series, go to Real Sisters. You'll like that as well. But go to Other Side of the Game first.
So Hooked on Onyx, y'all, and then Other Side of the Game, and then Real Sisters. And then let us know where we can follow you so that we can, I ain't gonna say we're gonna hound you, but so we can tag you, because I got some good stuff to say, baby. When I tell you Hooked on Onyx was turning the page, like I did not want to put the book down. I had to see what was going to happen next. And I laughed and cackled. So when I tell you I was kicking my feet, I love Lulu. Go ahead, honey. Man,
I was nervous, but what were you saying about Lulu?
I love Lulu and Cortez. Their dynamic, like, you know how you write
You're breaking. Can you hear me?
strong, like, I was saying sometimes I write these side characters and they be so strong. And I know you probably be hearing it, but a little snippet of Lulu, like, because are they together? They so toxic.
They are. They don't need to be. They don't need to be together. Lulu needs to go get help. But yeah, I like to make my side characters just as strong as like the main ones. But yeah, they're not together. They're actually, I don't know what they are. They're just they don't need to be together though. They don't.
But them being around each other is just so freaking fun. Like whenever it's all of them together, it's always a good time. It's always a good time.
And I feel like Lulu is she always adds just fuel to that, like everything. So she's just like the life of the party.
She like a little dynamite. You spark her, and then she just blows. She just blows up.
That is her. That is her.
Okay, tell us where we can follow you on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram so we can tag you in our stories, update you on our reading.
Sure. So I am on Facebook as author Adrian, just author and then Adrian, Adrian. And I am on Instagram _bougie, and it's spelled BOJEEBONJ. And the same thing on TikTok. So it's _BOUJEE and then CONJ. So
Where we get that name? Where we get that name from, Miss Adrian?
I have this. I think I've had that name for like 3 years. And now some of my close friends, like people, now they just said that I get called bougie too. So I have a few names. Bougie is one of them because of that.
Well, I appreciate you sitting down with me today. This was a time. And you know what? I didn't even go in like I wanted to. Because, man, when I tell you I hadn't calmed, I'm so glad I hadn't calmed down a few days. Because King had me up here.
You don't know how many voice notes I've gotten, how many messages.
I can just imagine. I can imagine. And that ending, oh my God. I can imagine the voice notes and what you got because, ma'am, when I tell you and I read on my Kindle on my phone, I wanted to, because I know this ain't the end. I just know this ain't the end.
I am sorry. I just thank you for even reading it. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you for having me and for just taking the time to actually read it. Like, I can tell that you enjoyed it. I really appreciate that.
And I wanted to give them so many. I want them to enjoy it, but I wanted to talk about so much more. But I'm not gonna spoil it for them. I want them to have like. I wish I could read it again for the first time. Like, this is definitely a book I would really like. You know how you see people say, "I want to read this again." Like, I wish I could experience this again for the first time. That's one of these. Hooked on Onyx is definitely one of those books. And I went in blind. I went in blind with no. I didn't read when April told me about it. I didn't read the synopsis. I didn't read it. And then she sent me like she was like, "Hey, you want to read like a little excerpt, but you can't say anything, or I can't. It's just gonna be." And I'm just like, and then I bet it's good. What, honey? That's what I want to. Are there hard copies or paperback copies of these available?
Yes. Available in paperback as well on Amazon.
Okay.
And I have a giveaway as well. So, like, if you go to my page, you'll see like the forms to submit for the readers, and they can win like free copies and a gift card as well for Ulta. But yeah, I have copies as well. You can purchase them from Amazon. But if anybody wants to enter, that giveaway, you can do that as well.
Is this on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, or all across the board?
Across the board.
Okay. So this will actually drop on this upcoming Tuesday. How long is the drawing? How long is it going to be on for? What's the last day to submit?
The last day is July the 2nd.
Oh, that's plenty time. So what is that going to be? Today's July 7th, 8th. July 9th is Tuesday. So that means you have, wait, you said the July, wait a minute. It's June.
It's June. Yeah, so that's July. You got there's a lot of time. That's a lot of time.
First of all, I feel like we just said Happy New Year. And we already
in July. Exactly. Literally just was like Christmas. Like, oh my goodness.
We in June and I'm trying to rush it to July, baby. It's gonna be June. This drops on June 9th, y'all. If you see this and it say July, that's a lie. June 9th, but it's going to July 2nd. So you have from June 9th to July 2nd.
And that's still enough time. There's still enough time.
Plenty time for you to go ahead so that you can get your book. Y'all really need to get y'all hands on this. And this was your first tiptoe back in, because you didn't tiptoe.
I would say this was my official tiptoe. Part 2 of Other Side of the Game, 2 and 3. That was kind of my, I'm knocking I'm knocking on the door a little. And I don't think this was, Hooked on Onyx wasn't a tiptoe. It was just like...
I gotta go read these other two because I feel like you lying. I feel like you stomped your way back in. This was because Onyx wasn't a tiptoe. So I can just bet you stomped your way back in. Talk about a tiptoe.
Yeah, you may be a little disappointed with with the other side of the game as well, but hey, the ending is
The ending of the trio, or the ending of one or two books?
the ending of the series, the trio. It's going to, you know what? It's a little more better. I wouldn't say better. It's you have more to look forward. It's not as cutthroat, dark as Onyx, like, but it's crazy because you're gonna come back and tell me you lied. I'm sorry.
The fact that you know, I feel it in my bones.
I'm trying to make it sound as good as possible. I don't want to discourage the readers.
You trying, but you know what? Sometimes we like to be on an emotional roller coaster. Take me through there. Take me through there.
I'm sorry.
You was trying. You was trying so hard. Like, it's gonna be so dear. I'm like, I'm sitting up here this lady. Like, look at her. We gonna go scoop it up because we want to be. Go take us through there.
I'm trying to make it sound good. I'm sorry, y'all. Trying to make it sound.
Just beat up on us. Cause it's just like, what did I just give me another? What did I just read? And why did it end? I know you lied to me.
It had to end like that. It had to end like that. I'm sorry.
Are there books still out from your publishing days?
Only Other Side of the Game 1 and Real Sisters 2. The rest of them, oh, and Envious Mistrust. I wrote that with like a co-author, but the rest of them, they're not, but they're published under me now. So I actually got the rights back to them. So I was able to re-release some of them.
Now, I had planned on letting you go, but did you have to jump through hoops to get your? I told you I'm nosy. You say stuff, and then my mind started wondering. And if we get off of here, I'm gonna be messaging you like, I had another question. But did you have to jump through hoops to get your rights back to the books that were published?
Surprisingly, I did not. I just woke up one morning, literally, my luck. Good look at that time. He was like, I'm just going to give you back all of your books and shutting it down. And I was like, oh, well. He was like, I'm taking them down. I'll send, everything over to you in the morning. And it was just that simple.
Oh,
Surprisingly.
wow.
Because I
So
was going to ask eventually, but
you didn't have to put up a big fight and no pay or get anything or to.
I didn't.
I,
Not everyone will be that lucky as that one day he just woke up that morning. But that was it was easy. It was something personal on his end, but I still ended up getting all of everything back. But it will not be that easy outside of my situation. Our situation actually. Everybody that was with him, but yeah, it won't be that easy. So but it was good though. That was a blessing for me. It really was.
that really was, because I could just imagine going back and forth with a company or what you have to do to go through the process of getting the rights to your books and stuff so that you can either rewrite them or
Yeah. Mm.
rebrand.
Yeah, all of that is difficult. It really is. But like I said, I was blessed to, go through it that way. And I'm like, okay, you had it easy. So just go ahead and take advantage of it. And I continued the last book I wrote with the company. I said I couldn't leave it just closed I not closed. I said I couldn't leave it like that. I said I'm going to continue it. Well, finish it for all. Just close it out. And I did
Now,
like
did
that.
this happen around the time that you started getting ready to write again, or did this happen before then?
This happened way before. I think this was like in 2020. was it 2020? I think 2020, like during the pandemic, like right before the pandemic, around that time.
Okay.
Mhm.
Got you. But I'm gonna let you go for real because I will sit up here and try and pick your brain and ask you all of these questions. But I know that you have other stuff to do on this good Sunday.
Yes, ma'am, I do. But I'm a Gemini. And guess what? You talk, I talk back. I'll keep talking too. So the people gonna watch this interview. They're gonna be like, "Well, one thing I do know about her, she's a Gemini."
She is Gemini. I'm gonna go Google the Gemini signs and stuff because I need to know, baby. That may be a little. What do you do? How they have the little thing? How you see people really watching your stuff? Like, what do we know about her?
One of the questions is,
one of the little answer gift questions is, what do we know about her? She is Gemini. And if you see this, that's gonna be a cheat sheet. Because that way I know you really watching my shit all the way to the end. This ain't 56 minutes and 12 and it's still counting. Not my family. I really hope my family don't be watching my stuff. But
oh goodness, they know mine know I cuss them. Oh,
mine do too, but sometimes, yeah, I just really hope. I would appreciate the support, but you don't have to watch it all the way through. They don't have to watch it all the way through.
Right. And you know what? That's just like my books. I'm like, my mother likes to support me, but I'm like, hey, you don't have to support this. Hey, don't read your books. She just ordered the other day. I'm like, hey, you don't have to do that. You don't need to read that. No, ma'am.
Oh, that's like when making content. My mama, I was like, I'm gonna go record this, and she was like, "What's it for?" I was like, "For content." She was like, "For your book page," and I'm like, "What you know about my book page?" Because I thought I had blocked you. I was like, "What's your name on there, girl?" Because I'm finna block you.
Not block her.
She cool though, so she fine. But I didn't know that she had seen my little book page, my little TikTok and stuff. Girl, I be reading reverse harems and stuff, and they be getting it on, and I be talking about how they be getting it on. I don't, mama.
Exactly. Like, hey, sit this out.
Which is crazy because my daughter just said, "Do you have a YouTube?" And I said, "No, why?" And she was like, "I was Googling you. Why are you even Googling me?"
Oh my goodness.
Child, yeah, she said she Googled me. She's doing a Google search on me. Why? Why are you Googling me? Because I done blocked her off on my social medias and stuff. Anyway, let me let you go. I just said this I don't know how many times. I'm gonna let you go. And I'm just up here running it.
I enjoy
You have the most amazing day.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome.